What's happening, everybody? This is Zine back with another deck profile for you. This time it's going to be Rezael. Um, Sorry for the delay on that factor. Had to wait till I got the set 2 stuff to go with that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, everyone, let's go ahead and start with the deck list. So for Raziel, we're going to start with the grade 1, of course. We're going to start with Soul. Like the artwork, love the artwork about it. Just love that for my grade 0. Now for the grade 1 itself, we're using the grade 1 from Alden's ride line. Reason being so that way we can search out grade 1s that we need that might be helpful pieces like the dog, counter charger, any means of whatever, even a grade 0 that I might want to slap in soul, the crit trigger. So I got options on that. We're still rocking the grade 2 from the ride line as well because of searching for a grade 2 from your drop, adding to the board, always a good plus, so that's always helpful. And then, of course, our boy Rezael. Gotta love him, love his skill. His skill is just very adaptable for a lot of situations, so you get to actually do a lot more ideas with this deck. Now, as far as the grade 3s themselves, of course, we gotta start go with 3 Raziels. Trust me, I wish I can get 2 more SRs to make it worthwhile for the deck itself. But as of right now, I got 2, so we'll go with that. But 3 Raziels, of course, and 1 weird tech to go with the deck. 1 Sages, because there's always that one situation of somebody hitting the over trigger, and this is the biggest way to get past that point of them hitting the over trigger, or just to punish them for hitting a trigger. That's the best part. What I like about Sages in the deck. It's a good tech option, and on top of it, it's 10k shield when they hit a trigger offensively as well. So it's helpful on both fronts on that factor. Now, as far as grade 2s, of course, we had to run the Biscotti. We gotta run her because she helps the deck tremendously for help stacking purposes, and of course when you just need to get cards to your hand, plus guard reasons as well, because you can use these for guard if you have energy blast to use. Now, as far as the other grade 2, the one from set 2, which I adore this card. I love this card for the fact of you are not locked behind your opponent being on grade 3, which means you can just go nuts with this card if you got the energy to use for it. And you can stack your deck on top of it on multiple ways. You can stack your deck offensively, you can do it defensively, so you can make this your last thing to do for your turn, and then just stack the deck. Say, oh, I got a trigger. Let's say you use divine skill. Let's say you did that. You use the divine skill and you set it up where there's a trigger at the top of the deck, so that way you know you're gonna hit it. Saves the time, and you know if somebody's gonna be willing to hit you already, you just like, okay, take it, problem solved. Now, of course, along with the other grade 2s, I am running the grade 2 package that comes with the deck itself. The order package, the one where we use Tearfall, and of course the order that belongs to the Regalia deck. I almost forgot Minerva. I don't know why I couldn't say her name, but still. But I'm using that package to go with that because it's just a good package to go for grade 2 grade 2 rush. Grade 2 rush is a very good thing in this game that's been more into this format. It was very big in G, and it's now coming back into standard where grade 2 rushing is big. It changes the game fast, and it can actually change the outcome of your game depending if you can get this off. And the part I love about this is you can search for the dog off of this or any other card to just help flood the board, gives you more swings, or it gives you good power gain. As far as other grade 2s that I'm using, of course I'm using this. I'm using the one that came with the original Raziel set on set 1 and stuff. Main reason why I'm using that is in conjunction with the grade 2 that I revealed earlier, this grade 2 specifically, because this goes to Soul when you use his skill. He gets it out, so that helps out with that situation. Or I'm sorry, I don't know why I said he, my bad. She gets it out. The angels, we can go with that, but that's my options on that. That's the reason why I'm running that. On top of it, it does the same thing as TFO of having power. The best part is I get the Soul Blast to get that power. Now, the other grade 2 that I decided to run in the deck as well would be That's great too. Reason being is because sometimes you get a bunch of triggers to the bottom of the deck, and this is a better way of getting that deck shuffled. And you can use it as many times as you need from drop if you call it from drop. And the fact is, if you need to search for your persona rides, that's helpful too. Or the grade twos, or the grade two biscotti if you need more guard, or if you're missing a piece. It's just good for getting pieces out. And if you fail it in whiff, you still get the draw card, so you don't lose out on that. All right, as far as great ones, of course, I'm using the PG from the set one set. I just enjoy it. Of course, you can opt out to change one of these for Elementaria. That's always an option, but as of right now, I did it this way because one, like the artwork, and it goes with the aesthetic of the deck. Now, of course, if we're gonna run this deck, we gotta definitely run the dog himself. We gotta run the dog. The dog's definitely helpful for getting cards, and you can abuse it with Raziel's ability to just to keep calling it to keep getting cards to hand. So that helps out when you're low on hand and just you need to just get a pick me up of hand. And then of course you need the counter charger, which makes the deck work so much better when you have the counter charger himself. It's beautiful to use, and when you put it behind the Vanguard, you're looking at a full 28 on a regular turn. Then on the Persona turn, you're looking at a 38. So that's just dummy numbers to always just say, oh, your opponent has to deal with this issue. Along with a deck that likes to stack on top of it, that's a scary thing to worry about when it comes to numbers. Now, as far as the triggers, of course, my deal is I'm running 8 crit. Of course, the crit that you can put in soul, so you can abuse that to help out with soul issues. And of course, like 4 regular crits, 2 of the Cray, and then 2 from any other set you can pick from that. I just picked 4 random crits from that factor. And then I also did 3 draw, the 10k draws, because you need more draw when it comes to the deck itself. And of course, you just need more guard. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, as far as heals, I did not go with any special heals. I just did something just normal, because as much as you're doing with this deck, there's nothing wrong with just doing regular 15k guard. That's perfectly fine. So you don't have to go above and beyond. If you want to, that's great. That's your choice, but this is my choice because I like to keep that simple. Now, as far as the last card, which is the Yo trigger, I'm running the red OT. Reason being is because if you're using Raziel's skill, you're always going to have a card on board to restand with this card. Like, just use the restand ability for this card. So you're not going to ever not have something on the board to just not have a target for that. And it's perfect if you have a good situation of like a Sagittarius on board, or just a grade 2 that you just got sitting there as a beat stick, and you could pick the other rear guard that's just sitting by himself and say, well, this is what you got to deal with later, but I'm going to stack whatever other trigger I get on the other one. And that helps out with that balance of that factor. And that's why I run the red OT. It's just a very good card on that factor. You can go blue. You can go with even the light option if you want to, or the dark option if you want to heal more. Dark option is very good if you want to go want to heal some more for that factor. But this is my choice. I prefer the red one so I can be more aggressive with my turns. And that's it for my deck list. All right, everybody, that's the deck list for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment. Let me know if you want me to do some changes. Let me know if there's some changes I might need to do to the deck. But there's going to be more deck lists for you and more gameplays for you. So until then, catch you later.